revolution. Burn your bridges, make your choice. Fight your demons, raise your voice. They're only silent if we're making noise. So let the battle begin. Bended knees and broken bones. A bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries. We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion. Be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion. Be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion.
Pick up, pick up, pick up, pick up! Come on, come on, come
Eyes on the battle, not your screen, Commander.
on! I was thinking we could use some backup. Yes! Now, Violet!
Steal your pride, Wolf. The fish girl is winning.
Woo!
He's mine.
Not bad, little leader.
hide your secrets inside. You didn't pay attention, like an experiment. No, you're gonna pay for your crimes. I'll change your perspective, I'll teach you a lesson. Look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Try to take me down. Lost but now I'm found. Used to be the victim in the dead of night, but I can be a villain in the moonlight. Look at me now. In the moonlight, I'll make it my mission. Oh yeah, I'll have you wishing you could go back in time to never test my limits. Nothing you say will fix it. I'm too out of my mind. You're riding high, but I've got you this time. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Try to take me down. Lost but now I'm found. Used to be the victim in the dead of night, but I can be a villain in the moonlight. Look at me now. In the moonlight, got you this time, got you this time. You can't hide. Pay for your crimes, baby, that's right.
They want this for foot show! Oh my God! How excited are you to see this match live right now?
Hi, welcome guys on this beautiful Friday evening, and we have a good game of League of Legends coming up in the Esports Community Cup July Open, powered by Zotac Gaming. I am Fireball. As always, with me is my dear friend Kaka to cast this semi-finals with you.
Yeah, welcome back guys, and I'm pretty excited for this one, Fireball. We are into the deep end of the tournament now. Semi-finals, 4 unbeaten teams as well. And we'll have the first semi-final. Lot at stake to get a place in the finals. Of course, 20,000 rupees to whoever makes it at the very least.
I mean, yeah, as you mentioned it, almost all of the teams, all of the teams haven't dropped even a single map on their way till the semi-finals right now. So everyone would be high on confidence, having that knowledge that they have not dropped even a single game till now and have reached so deep into the tournament. So I hope that they'll be like making a lot of plays and be really confident on themselves. Let's look at the tournament overview real quick.
Yeah, and let's see how we have gotten here. 4 teams again undefeated. We started with round of 32 on the 22nd of July. Again, it's a single elimination bracket, so whoever loses essentially is just out. We had our quarterfinals the day before yesterday, and yesterday where we saw Yakuza Gaming 2-0 Untamable Beasts, and we are on to the semi-finals now, which is Friday and Saturday tomorrow, and followed up on Sunday the grand finals, which will be a best of 5 guys, so stick around for that one. Talking about the prize pool, 50,000 total prize pool. Second place will get 20,000 rupees and first place gets 30,000 rupees. So again, a lot at stake today. Whoever wins today is guaranteed to win some cash. So you can expect good performances from both the teams at least.
Let's have a look at the brackets real quick. And as we see, and as we have mentioned, all of the teams coming up to the stage of the tournament being unbeaten. So we have the 2 semi-finals set up beautifully. We have Temple of Kings, who are undoubtedly the favorites of the tournament. They will be going up against Yakuza Gaming, who we saw yesterday completely tear apart the Untamable Beast. I mean, both of those games were a complete stomp. It was not close. So Yakuza Gaming will be really high on confidence going into that match. And they will need a lot of confidence, and they will need luck, and they will need all of the help that they can get against the Temple of Kings. And dealing with the match that we have today, Reign of Terror go up against NTO. So both of the teams from India, and both of the teams having a few known players of the community. And I'm sure that most of you guys will be familiar with most of the players in this game, and that just makes it more exciting. And I feel the quality of games would be really good because these are really high elo players and which will be going up against each other, and I'm sure that we're up for a really good series right now.
Yeah, and a lot of names that you have already seen in the tournament, Predator Monster, Black Thief, who will be on display today. And talking about Yakuza Gaming, they are no slouches either. 2-0 yesterday. Temple of Kings better be prepared. They can't afford to be overconfident against Yakuza Gaming because these guys can just pick whatever they want essentially and just win the game.
I mean, yeah, as we saw Yakuza Gaming yesterday, just picking off meta picks somehow and completely steamroll the Untamable Beasts. So again, reminding you guys to follow us on our social media to be up to date with tournaments like this. Again, this is just the first tournament out of many to come, an insane roadmap up ahead. We have a lot of League of Legends action in store for you guys, and all of this has been possible because of the good work done by the Esports Club. So please follow us on Discord, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. That is @League of Legends in SA. Again, League of Legends in SA, and not to forget, all of this has been made possible by Zotac Gaming. So check out their website as well, and make sure you show some support.
Yeah, and talking about the matchup today, if we can get that on the screen as well.
So Reign of
Exactly.
Terror
ROT versus NTO. Yeah. So what are your predictions for this matchup, Fireball? I'm pretty excited to watch the top 4 teams, whoever they might be, but being undefeated is just something else. 4 teams who are undefeated, it's unheard of.
I mean, yeah, you would assume that they drop a single game or they have some hiccups as well. So all of these teams have just almost stormed their way into the semifinals. They have not shown any weaknesses and they have done really well. Going for my predictions for this game, I think Reign of Terror has a lot of well-known established League of Legends players who have been playing in a lot of tournaments before, so they have that experience going in. They know how to deal with pressure if things go south, and they just are in their element right now. So I definitely feel Reign of Terror has a slight advantage, but it's just very slight. Let's not count out NTO, who have a lot of well-known players as well. What do you think about all of this?
Whenever there is a slight advantage to one team, I just come back to Champion Select and look at the draft and see how the other team drafts and if they are following the meta as well. Guys, we will be jumping into the draft pretty soon, but we are going on a break right now, so we'll see you in a bit.
Pick up! Come on, come on!
Eyes on the battle, not your screen, Commander.
I was thinking we could use some backup. Yes! Now, Violet!
Steal your pride, Wolf. The fish girl is winning.
Woo!
He's mine.
Not bad, little leader.
I'm guessing you have a plan, Commander.
We win. Pick up! Come on!
Eyes on the battle, not your screen, Commander.
I was thinking we could use some backup. Yes! Now, Violet!
Steal your pride, Wolf. The fish girl is winning.
Woo!
He's mine.
Not bad, little leader.
Guessing you have a plan, Commander.
We win.
a nightmare lives on. Get it? Oh, why are you acting like you're so brave when I'm the one who's always having to wait for apologies that you never can say? Or you're the one thing that's never changed.
And I've waited, my God, I've waited for you. I've tried to talk it out. I've tried to help you through your demons. Even now, I sit here supporting you. Being patient, and maybe one day there'll be a breakthrough. But do I believe it? Yeah, right.
3 days go by before you call. When you're home, you always made it off. You don't wanna be present, you don't wanna make change. Excuses that you are not that strong. You dug a hole for the both of us, one we'll never recover from. But still you stand up tall. They look at you in awe and left here for the fall. Yeah. Oh, why are you acting like you're so brave when I'm the one who's always having to wait for apologies that you never can say? Or you're the one thing that's never changed. Oh, I regret ever fighting for love. Who should've noticed who you were all along? Had a heart of stone that I never could break. Or you're the one thing that's never changed.
Goal on my name, I've been watching on the aim, and I'm trying to make moves. Yeah, I'm trying to make moves, and they trying to move chains. What's your goal on my name? 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 I've been watching on the game, and I'm trying to make moves. Yeah, I'm trying to make moves, and they trying to move chains. What's your goal on my name? What's your goal on my name? What's your goal on my name?
How you feel? Trying to keep it real. Climbing up the hill. Trying to get a deal. Trying to get a meal. Hungry on the beat. Hungry so I eat. And I don't know the feet. I only know the heat. I only know the grind. I only know the sweet. Yo, I miss sweat. I only know the best. That's up on my chest. I only know the reps. I only know what's next. Nothing more, nothing less.
Goal on my name, I've been watching on the aim, and I'm trying to make moves. Yeah, I'm trying to make moves, and they trying to move chains. What's your goal on my name? 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 I've been watching on the game, and I'm trying to make moves. Yeah, I'm trying to make moves, and they trying to move chains. What's your goal on my name? What's your goal on my name? What's your goal on my name?
Y'all trying to move chains. I ain't into playing games. I ain't into naming names, but I mean it just the same. When I name and the lights turn to flame, and the flame turn to ash, but the goal will remain. Yeah.
Goal on my name, I've been watching on the aim, and I'm trying to make moves. Yeah, I'm trying to make moves, and they trying to move chains. What's your goal on my name? 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 I've been watching on the game, and I'm trying to make moves. Yeah, I'm trying to make moves, and they trying to move chains. What's your goal on my name? What's your goal on my name? What's your goal on my name?
This ain't what you thought it was. This ain't for nights out or for good enough. This for early AM, still waking up. Trying to make it, yup. It's our time and we gon' take it up.
Goal on my name, I've been watching on the game, and I'm trying to make moves. Yeah, I'm trying to make moves, and they trying to move chains. What's your goal on my name? 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 I've been watching on the game, and I'm trying to make moves. Yeah, I'm trying to make moves, and they trying to move chains. What's your goal on my name? 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 I've been watching on the game, and I'm trying to make moves. Yeah, I'm trying to make moves, and they trying to move chains. What's your goal on my name? What's your goal on my name? What's your goal on my name? What's your goal on my name?
listen close. I know you've never strayed from the fold, but that's how freedom begins. Bended knees and broken bones, a bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries. We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion, be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Burn your bridges, make your choice. Fight your demons, raise your voice. They're only silent if we're making noise. So let the battle begin. Bended knees and broken bones, a bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries. We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion, be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution.
Yeah, welcome back, guys. Apologies for the short delay in the champion select. We had technical issues going on right there, but all of that seems to have been sorted out and ironed out real smooth. And we will be jumping into champion select right now. Let's see how the draft goes on as we see the semi-finals between ROT and NTO. Kaka, how are you feeling about this game?
Yes. Again, ROT did win the toss, I believe, and they chose blue side. And NTO, who gets the side selection for next game, have chosen red side. So I think both the sides have gotten what they wanted essentially, which is blue side and red side respectively. And we will be jumping into the
Right
champ
into the
select.
game right
Yeah, very excited to see this one.
So we start off with a Viego ban from the blue side, followed up by a LeBlanc ban from the red side.
Yeah. Viego ban is very strange to me. I don't think it's such a high priority champion. LeBlanc in the right hands can be very deadly, so it's not the worst ban ever. Jin ban, Jin is pretty strong as we had discussed, and that also tells me that Potato Monster might be looking to pick up the Caitlyn or the Kaisa in the first round itself. Leona ban coming in from the side of NTO.
we do know Potato Monster loves to play the Caitlyn. He's been one tricking her for many seasons right now. So he'll be in his comfort zone, right up his alley. And Caitlyn pretty strong as well. We just saw in SKT versus KT that they picked Caitlyn as well. So Caitlyn definitely a big lane bully. So let's see if that gets picked up. We round off the bans with top lane bans in Darius and Set. So let's see the first pick from blue side.
Yeah, and I would expect the blue side to pick up something like a Kaisa or Lee Sin. First pick is quite interesting. Venom, known for his Cho'Gath, they did ban the Set as well because that counters the Cho'Gath. He gets his one trick, and I think he is feeling very comfortable right now.
I mean, yeah, for the people who do not know, Venom has been an absolute menace on the Cho'Gath for so many years in League of Legends India right now. There are very few people who can counter that, and he has been playing this single champion for almost all his life, I feel. So Venom definitely the player to watch out for in this top lane, and I think Potato Monster gets his Tristana as well. So already two known players getting their 2-1 tricks, so they're in their comfort zone right now.
Yeah, and Tristana did receive some buffs in the current patch, that is 14.14, and is not as strong in the mid lane at least. It is a flex pick, so it could essentially go into the mid lane as well. Jumping again to the blue side picks, the Lulu pick is very interesting. You don't want to pick that blind ever. And now I think the red side will focus on banning the hyper carries like Cogmom or the Aphelios that we saw last night. And Aska gets his Kled as well.
You know what that means.
Yeah.
So
They are
already
just
all of these three champions, I think the blue side did not do their homework on the red side, but because they, or maybe they're just so confident that they do not want to ban out the one tricks from the Reign of Terror players. So very ballsy move indeed coming out from NTO.
Yeah, and Reign of Terror, they have not shown anything in this draft. They have just picked the champions that they have played the most. And so once you get those champions like the Cho'Gath, Tristana, Kled on their hands, I mean, you beg to question what the draft strategy is coming from NTO right now. They did pick up the Urgot to counter the Cho'Gath, but I don't think that's the worst matchup for Cho'Gath anyway. I think he will be fine farming under his turret and getting stronger, getting those stacks and getting bigger in size. Talking about bans, hyper carries being banned by Reign of Terror as we discussed. The Kog'Maw is banned, the Vayne is banned. And on the opposite
the
side,
Jinx is still available. Jinx can pair
yes,
really well with the Lulu. So I would assume they would be looking to go for something like the Jinx. Maybe a Twitch. Twitch is an option as well, which will synergize really well with the Lulu. So let's see. I'm assuming this is gonna be the ADC pick right now from the blue side. So let's see what they have in store.
yeah, and speaking of bans, they have banned the Blitzcrank, which is really good against the Lulu, and good call on the Jinx. They are hovering the Jinx, and they might pick the Jinx as well, because yeah, you would want to pair it with the Lulu there. It gets locked as well.
If you have the Kog'Maw band, it makes the most sense to pick up something like the Jinx.
And Reign of Terror do have the support counter pick available to them, so all is not lost for Reign of Terror. A Xerath pick, I think that's the first in this tournament as well. A Xerath against Kled in the mid lane. This is a very risky pick, not the most mobile champion, and you have to stand still once you start using the ultimate, and Kled can just press R on you and you die. So that's very interesting. Nautilus, last pick. I know you for one hate playing against that champion. What do you think about that?
I think Nautilus should be deleted from this game. It's CC in his passive, CC in his Q, CC in his E, and CC in his auto attacks as well. So yeah, you really have to be on your tippy toes against the Nautilus. But I still feel Reign of Terror will be quite happy with the draft coming in, just because they have gotten their signature champions. So I feel once you have played certain champions for so long, so like 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 games under your belt of a single champion, the overall draft starts to matter less and less, because you just have so much mastery and so much command over your champions that you end up doing things like small little things that other players can't even pick it up. You just know your champion inside and out, and you can use it to their full potential.
Yeah, and again, they are so comfortable on these champions. The Cho'Gath, the Kled, the Tristana for Potato Monster. They are so comfortable on these champions. I think they'll be thinking like, how have we gotten 3 of our most played champions in this first game of the semi-final? And they'll be feeling very comfortable and essentially thinking of the second game.
And if they took just like 5 minutes to look up the enemies, they would have known that the mid laner has been known for Kled for quite a while, and he has gone to like Grandmaster, Challenger, so the top ranks playing that single champion. But this is the semi-final. Let's not just blindly assume that NTO are coming into this blind. Maybe they did do their homework and they have their counters in their mind. Maybe they are just giving a false sense of security to Reign of Terror, thinking that they have gotten their champions, but NTO have something in the bag of their own.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a statement win for NTO, who have a lot of range in their draft. 2 really good hyper carries paired up with the Lulu. A lot of peel as well with the Lee Sin kick and the Urgot being the beefy frontline. And if they do win this game, I think that's a great statement. And Reign of Terror will be thinking like, we have picked our best champions, and you can have them, says NTO. And if they win against it, then I think that sets up the team for a brilliant second game as well. And a lot of questions to be asked from the side of Reign of Terror.
I mean, yeah, looking at the matchups in the bottom lane, I think the Jinx and Lulu will be looking to play it safe, not really any way for them to fight against a Tristana and Nautilus earlier on. Just the amount of engage and burst damage that Nautilus and Tristana bring might is too overwhelming. But again, if Jinx gets to farm up, if Jinx gets to that 3-item spike, paired with the Lulu, very few champions who can do as much DPS as her. What do you think about this mid lane matchup?
I think mid lane matchup is relatively safe for the Kled to farm because he has 2 lives, with Skarl and Kled being 2 different, well, you can call it champion or whatever. He's pretty safe in the mid lane. I think his job would be to get to level 6 as soon as possible and then look at the side lanes and hoping that, you know, the enemy makes mistakes, because Kled can be really strong with his ultimate up, and they do have a lot of CC to pair up with it. The Cho'Gath has the silence, the knock-up, bot lane, of course, we spoke about Nautilus. He's the pure definition of crowd control, with everything on his kit essentially just stunning the target. So Kled has a lot of potential in this game, especially.
I'm just looking forward to the Kled ultimate into the Lilia just running circles around their whole team. Lilia already so mobile, and along with the speed from the Kled ultimate, I think she can really get into the backline and wreak havoc. So let's just jump right up into the game, and we see level 1, the blue side actually stack up.
This could be a bloodbath at level 1. We see 10 champions in the bot lane, and if Nautilus gets his hands on anyone, I think that person is essentially dead. So let's see if he tries to hook. Okay, they're just gonna look at each other and decide, okay, we are not going to fight right now, and that's what they're gonna do. Ignite on the Kled in the mid lane with Aftershock rune, which is very interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that, but the guy knows his champion inside out, so let's see what he's cooking.
I mean, yeah, I for one, I'm not gonna question what he does on this Kled. Let's see what he's gonna show us. But 5v5 almost in the bottom lane, was excited to see how that would unfold. But I think it's just smart from the side of NTO that they backed off. You really do not want to level 1 fight against Nautilus and the Tristana, who will be doing AoE damage with her bomb, and a lot of AoE damage coming out of Lilia as well.
And the Cho'Gath has a lot of CC at level 1. He has his Q, remember, so they can just chain CC a single target and just blow them. The red side did put a ward on their blue to watch out if they were getting invaded. Lee Sin starts his red buff. I think similar starts for both the junglers, and the guys in the top lane are just looking at each other, wondering who's gonna come out next. Like,
that is a really cute Cho'Gath skin.
Oh, it's the new skin, right? Toy Story Cho'Gath, if I'm not wrong.
I guess. Looks funky. So, pretty standard start all around. Jungle starts on the opposite side, like you mentioned. And Lee Sin might be looking for an early gank. It looks like he's pathing bot level 2.
Oh, it's a level 2.
Really hard for the Nautilus. He will end up getting the Q onto the Nautilus, but Nautilus just auto attacks and just anchors away to safety. So Lee Sin ends up wasting a lot of time. Lilia does not go into the Lee Sin's jungle, does not really capitalize on the information. So Lee Sin not losing out on much, but loses a little bit of tempo.
Yeah, he does lose tempo. I'm not a big fan of level 2 ganks anyway, especially against Nautilus when you have a Lulu who does not have a lot of CC. So Lilia will get the upper hand in this. She will be clearing her blue side camps pretty soon and looking to gank as well. Unfortunately, could not invade because both the solo lanes are getting pushed in, so that's not very safe for Lilia. Pings going on to the blue and Gromp as well, so they know where Lee Sin is pathing right now. That's good read on the map from the jungler of the Reign of Terrors.
So pretty standard stuff going around, a lot of trading going on in the top lane. So if you're the Lilia, where are you looking to gank first?
I am not looking to gank if I'm the Lilia, honestly. I'm just looking to clear out my camps, take that Scuttle Crab, recall, get to the respawn of my Raptors and just farm, because you can and you are outpacing the Lee Sin since he had to gank early. and you just want to farm as much as you can. Fight in the mid
An
lane.
engage in the mid lane by the Kled. Of course, he has that disengage. Can take 2 turret hits and just lose the aggro. Both the champions in the mid lane going down to about half HP.
Yeah, and Lilia is covering, sitting in the tri-brush in the bot lane just in case if there's a fight going on. Does get
The
the
Nautilus
reset.
hook will land on the Jinx. Potato Man Monster jumps in. The bomb is taking away. The exhaust will reduce the damage a little bit. Jumps right back out. So not a lot of kills going on in the bot side after that engage, but summoner spells being blown.
Yeah, that was very close. I think if Potato Monster had used the bomb on
Ooh, that was
the
close.
Lulu, then it would have been another story. Lee Sin does cover the mid lane, and Kled has to reset, does not have the TP, has to burn his flash as well, which we did not see. TP used by the Urgot to get back in the lane, gets the cull, and he is going to look to farm up as well.
Yeah, 5 minutes into the game, no first blood yet, and looking
Yeah.
at the gold, we are pretty much even right now. We do see Lilia has a slight gold advantage over the Lee Sin, and Potato Monster with his CS has a little bit of advantage. They will be looking for that golden 1300 back for the ADCs to get their items.
And very early Drake start from the Lilia realizes she has the pushing lane in the bot lane, mid is pushed as well, so I think that's a great call. I don't think he realizes the top crab is still up. You would expect the Lee Sin to take it, but the Lee Sin has been the busier jungle. In terms of ganking, has been bot, has been mid as well, and is going to pay for it by losing the dragon.
Yeah, 6-minute Dragon Bane taken by Reign of Terror. Really good play coming out, reading the map well, knowing that the Lee Sin would have recoiled and they had 2 pushing lanes, so why not just go ahead and take this Hextech Dragon.
Yeah, and speaking of items, that's a very interesting build coming out in the top lane by the Cho'Gath. Gets the tier, gets the Ruby Crystal, and a long sword. Very interesting. I have no idea what he's making, honestly, but I'm very excited to see it.
I mean, again,
A gank in the mid lane again. Kled does not have flash. I think this could be first blood.
Kled gets dismounted and uses his Q to just go back into the safety of his own turret. So nothing comes out of that. So again, Lee Sin trying really hard to gank the Karthus ultimate lance. Let's see if Kled has that fancy feat, and he does. But the Lilia is here. Let's see if anything comes out of this, and I think they will just end up seeing each other and saying bye-bye.
Yeah, and the Zera chunks the Kled down to single-digit HP, and that enables the Lee Sin to take the grubs as well. He has taken the top scuttle. Shoving in the shoving lane in top as well, so Lee Sin is going to get these for free. You can call it a trade because the red side did get the dragon earlier, but Lee Sin will be feeling very good with how his solo lanes are going right now.
Indeed, so 3 grubs being picked up from NPO, so that will really help with the tower damage when it comes to that, but looks like they're not getting near any turrets right now as all the lanes are being pushed against them. Potato Monster and Black Thief will just come pick up this pink ward real quick. Thank you very much for the 25 gold, and they'll be right back into pushing. The Kled tries to engage, the chain will connect. A good dodge coming onto the Zera stun, gets the auto attacks and emotes back out. A really good trade coming out from
Yeah, just look
Kled
at the
right
trade.
there.
I don't think Zerath can handle one
Oh,
of
he's
those.
stealing it.
Complete
The ult
whiff.
completely misses it, so he will be doing that walk of shame back into the lane. Gets dismounted for his troubles as well, so that's just Kled without the skull walking around in mid lane.
Yeah, and has to reset again, so he is going to lose out on a lot of experience. He has been to the base thrice, if I'm not wrong. Whiffs the ult. I think if you connect the ult there, you can get the first blood, but very weird to see him missing the ult, honestly. But you can see the experience, right? Level 7 Zerath, almost level 8, and the Kled has just barely touched level 7, so he's falling behind in terms of experience.
I mean, just take a look at the bot lane gold. Just because of the farming, Potato Monster has generated almost 300 gold lead in the early stages of
I
the
think
game. The
that's first
Cred
blood, yeah.
finally goes in and dives the turret and takes down Zerath, and we have first blood at 8 minutes.
Yeah, and you can't take a lot of those trades when the Kled decides to E and Q you. He did get to half HP the Zerath previously and decided not to back and disrespecting the enemy Kled, and you can't do that. The
Nautilus
Kled
looking
is
for an
running
engage,
Ignite.
but the
The hook
hook
misses.
misses. Yeah, will end up rooting both of the targets, gets polymorphed.
Both
The
junglers
ultimate
are coming
to
bot as
follow
well.
up,
This
but
can
both
be
the junglers are here. Lee Sin gets the kick onto the Nautilus and Bronzer secures the kill. The Lilia sleep is available. There you go. Drowsy on 3 champions right now, but the Zerath ultimate doing damage from the mid lane. Gets the trade kill
Kled is
back,
here
but
as
the
well.
Kled is here as well and will pick up 2 kills. And at the end of the day, we have a 3-for-1 in favor of Reign of Terror.
Yeah, and Potato Monster getting 2 kills is really big there. He is going to go back and Jinx Rocket.
Oh, Jinx Rocket will end up
Wow.
getting 2 kills! From downtown, Donza 13 gets the double kill and essentially evens out the team fight.
Wow, that was pretty great by the Jinx. I think that was a beautiful rocket. I do question, however, his build right now because he just got an influx of gold and decided to buy the BT first, BF sword first, excuse me, and for
I
the
think
side
he
of
should have
Potato
just
Monster.
worked towards his Kraken Slayer. Instead now he
Yeah,
has a
I
mix
think
of
so as
items.
well. That would have been a great power spike for him. He has the shutdown bounty as well of 200 gold. Potato Monster goes back, gets the BF sword, gets his Berserker's Greaves completed along with the pickaxe, so he's feeling very comfortable right now. And another
will
hook onto
connect
the Lulu. I think
the
she might die
Lulu.
here.
The polymorph lands, the bomb is ticking away, but the Jinx is getting to free attack onto the Tristana, but it is too little and too less. Even the red buff can't protect her, and with the jump follow, oh, the hook just misses. So at the end of the day, we get
let's
one
get a
kill and
replay of
shutdown
that
back.
quickly. Yeah, let's get a replay of that quickly because you will notice that the Tristana had to flash forward because he had jumped into the Jinx E. There you go. And the Lulu did not have her ultimate up, so that was really unfortunate. I think that could have been a really good fight for the Jinx, and Lulu in the bot lane had Lulu ulted the Jinx, but she didn't have it available on her.
A lot of fighting suddenly going on all around the map, mostly around the bot lane and the mid lane, where this Kled is just constantly pushing the Zerath in. Meanwhile, we see Reign of Terror taking up the second dragon unchallenged as well. So 2 dragons up to 0 for Reign of Terror, 6 kills up to 4, and a good 1,500 goal lead at 12 minutes.
Yeah, and in the top lane, I think Urgot has just missed a lot of CS because you can't be behind 25 CS against Cho'Gath who poses no threat in the early game at least. And you can see the gold difference as well. There's 600 gold difference in the top lane itself just by farming.
And again, the Cho'Gath
Fight in the top lane. I think
trading back, forced to flash away, and Toxic Venom will be looking
Venom is looking
to...
at the Urgot menacingly because he has his ultimate coming up and he's going to eat the Urgot. There you go.
So 1 kill, solo kill in the top lane for Venom against the Urgot.
Yeah, and Venom is making that Triforce, if I'm not wrong. I could be because I have no idea what he's making. Lilia gets the grubs. That will be even.
Oh,
in
the hook
grubs.
connects
Jinx
beautifully
gets
onto the Jinx. The ultimate will
my.
take all the champions back into their own turret. Black Thief unfortunately gets the kill. So the Tristana might be looking to jump forward again. The hook connects again. Black Thief gets a double kill and another route on to
Is
the
he
Lulu
going to
right
get a triple
there.
kill here?
Let's see if the hook can connect, and Black Thief is gonna miss. The movement speed from Lulu protecting her, but 2 kills from the side of Reign of Terror.
Yeah, and that's a brilliant play and trade coming out in the bottom lane for the side of Reign of Terror because Lilia was top side. He was not available to help the bottom lane. Takes the grubs, takes the enemy jungle, and he's just chilling. He's so fed right now, Lilia, just by farming. He's looking for a gank in the top lane. Urgot does not have flash. I think Urgot is dead again.
Lilia walks
that's
up,
gonna be
I think
another
it's an
stack.
easy sleep, and he will just go down
Yeah.
to Toxic Venom.
Yeah, another stack for Venom, has his Triforce completed, is making one more AD item, is going to get the top
Huge
turret
demolish
as well.
stack.
Yeah, I think you guys should have banned Cho'Gath NTO. That might bite them in the back.
So 15 minutes into the game, let's just look at the game state right now. Red team end up
Yeah.
getting the first turret
I
gold,
think
so
Led is
5,000
looking
gold
for
lead ahead. Ooh, Potato Monster feeling himself, jumps onto the Jinx. The Nautilus ult will CC down the Jinx as well, and they get root onto the Jinx. Jinx somehow still alive for such a long time because of the Lulu ultimate, but they end up getting the 2 kills onto the bot laners of Reign of Terror. Now trying to look for more, the hook will just miss, but still very happy with the trade. Listen, don't do it. Okay.
Yeah, and that's the power of Fled in the mid lane. You can just run up a bit to the side of any side of the river and just ultimate, and he will always be there first instead of this Zereth. So that's how Fled mid
I
is,
mean,
guys.
there is no top turret here. MF Ninja has found himself between a rock and a hard place once again, but he ends up getting the trade kill onto the Lilia. The Cho'Gath taking the long way around, who had left the Lilia alone for a quite a bit of time. In the mid lane as well, we get another trade kill back onto the Kled. So
Yeah, I would
2
like to
kills
see
for
the
the side of NTO.
Yeah, I would like to see the replay of that top lane play, because I think Venom messed up there and he took the longer route. Of just look at Venom on the minimap as well. He is nowhere to be found because he's walking towards the blue buff and leaves the Lilia to die alone there. So I think that's sort of a mistake coming from his side. But this guy is just
Zerath
demolishing the
ultimate landing
turrets
on
right now.
over to the Kled in
Kled
the
as
mid
well,
lane,
yeah.
ends up getting the kill. So NTO getting a few kills back towards their side, getting a few bucks in their pocket, but still finding themselves 6,000 gold.
Oh,
Their
double
massive
knockup, I think.
knockup lands onto the Lulu and the Lee Sin, forcing the Lulu to flash away. So get 1 summoner spell right there.
Yeah, and Venom did not have his ultimate up. I think that could have been a kill very easily as well. Faisal, is he making mana immune on Cho'Gath?
I mean, it could be Fimbul Winter as well, who holding that thought. One hook equals 1 kill. Potato Monster goes on a rampage, but in the bot lane we see the Kled and the the Urgot duke it out as well. The Urgot actually doing a lot of damage, almost dismounting the Kled, forcing the Kled to back away. And ROT will just help themselves with these raptures.
Yeah, and look at the gold lead. Cho'Gath is 3,000 gold ahead of the Urgot right now.
And
Almost
ends up
4,000
ulting
gold.
the Urgot right now, feeling himself again. Good dodge, flashes away from the ultimate as well, gets the remount and gets a beautiful kill onto the Urgot.
Wow, that ult almost hit me and I'm sitting in my chair right now. That's such a whiff. Don't think he would have killed the Kled anyway, but I mean, that's what happens when you fight too much. Cho'Gath does get the mana immune and is making Titanic Hydra next, I want to say, but I'm not too sure. This is a very weird build, but the man knows what he's doing. If you look at the gold graph
as it works,
again,
it works.
yeah, if you look at the gold graph again, I think he is 4,000 gold ahead of the Urgot. There you go. 3,500 gold ahead of the Urgot. So that top lane is already done. In the bottom lane as well, there's almost a 2,000 gold lead. Mid lane is 1.2k ahead. Every lane is just so ahead for Reign of Terror right now. I think they're feeling very comfortable.
Yeah, like 8,000 goal lead at 18 minutes is not well. Oh my god, this Zerath is just gonna get wiped off the face of the map. Yeah, and the Lee Sin, you do not want to be here as well. A good knockup lands on to the Lee Sin, slowing him down. Look at the damage the grass procs are doing. Lee Sin forced to flash away to save his life. This Cho'Gath is a menace right now.
Yeah, and you should have just banned the Cho'Gath. That's a Cho'Gath first pick as well. The guy plays one champion,
there was no
guys. Just ban
hesitation
it.
in picking his champion as well. And they were confident.
And he's
in
making
thinking
them
they could
look. He's making them look very silly for leaving it open right now.
Yeah. Maybe NTO learn from their mistakes and have a better draft next time, not letting the one tricks get their one tricks. Because look at the three champions who are fed right now: the Cho'Gath, the Kled, and the Tristana. All three of them are on their comfort picks, almost one tricking right now. So definitely a big loss in the draft phase for NTO. Meanwhile, we see an engage in the jungle. The Kled comes from the backside and gives a love tap, and they take down two champions from NTO. They're trying to follow it up, but nothing more comes out of that. But I think that they can put the Rift Herald down and get a turret. Yeah.
Yeah, and this just comes down to the vision the red side has in the blue side jungle. If we go into the replay, you will see that there are only one or two wards for the blue side, and they can't really control their own side of the jungle anymore. Okay, just look at the vision, and Kled comes in from behind, kills the Lulu, makes it look very easy. The Jinx can't really move against the Nautilus once the Lulu dies. So this is looking like it's sort of game over already.
I mean, yeah, NTO need a miracle to come back from 11,000 goal lead deficit.
I think they would need multiple miracles in this game to come back.
It's just like, guys, just don't let the champions that you know the enemy teams play open. Just look at what they're doing. 4-0-0 on the Cho'Gath, 5-2-3 Kled. Kled essentially the reason Potato Monster is so far ahead as well, helping them out so much with the ganks, and Potato Monster doing his thing on his signature Tristana.
Yeah, and they are so scared right now, they can't even walk up to bat and ward it, so they have to use the Jinx Rocket to just check if something funny is going on there.
I mean,
but I don't think they can contest it either.
The Baron is going on.
Right.
I don't think they can do much more about it.
Yeah, they really can't. And talking about the build, Zera has his Luden's Tempest. I would have liked to see Seraph's Embrace. So at least you have that shield once the Kled is jumping onto you. But that's a very aggressive build, and I don't think that's going to pay off for the Zereth at all.
I mean, yeah, the shield would have been handy against the champions that ROT have. The burst damage coming out from the Cho'Gath, the Kled, the Tristana as well. But he does opt for the more aggressive option in the Luden's Tempest. Overall, things not really working out for NTO in this first game. But we do see them pick up the Dragon, denying the soul for ROT. We see another fight being started in the bottom lane, but Toxic Venom just shawms the head out of this Urgot. I think it's unfair
just
to look at anymore.
He's just slapping the Urgot with his toy arms and asking him what up, bro, and there's not much that's up for the Urgot. 3 items on the Tristana. They are going to decide to take this Baron now. They have great vision on the top side, and I think this will be very much uncontested. I would have liked to see the Cho'Gath there just to eat the Baron. But he is eating the Urgot again and again, so I don't think that matters too much.
I mean,
and
yeah,
let's
so
see
they will
how
be looking
they
to end the game with this Baron.
Yeah,
push
let's
as
see how they decide to close out the game. I think this game is completely done. The soul
they will
is
secure
going to come up
the
as
soul,
well.
the Cloud
Yeah.
Soul, which will give insane movement speeds to this Kled and Lilia, even more than they already have. So I think after this, they might end up resetting once just for the final buys, get up those items, and just go for the win.
Yeah, and let's see the gold if they have any items to buy with the golds available to them. So I think the Cho'Gath can just go back and get an item. Fight in the mid lane. Tristana decides to jump in.
Things you just cannot contest farm against a fed Tristana. You should be sitting in base, waiting for the minions to come to you. You walk up and that happens to you.
Yeah, and just look at the goal lead as well.
Oh,
5,000
the
in the top
Kled
lane.
will go and slash over the wall in the base from Nautilus, and look at the movement speed coming out from the Kled. Ultimate, the sleep does land onto the Lulu and will be bonked on the head by the Lilia, and I think this is GG for the first game.
Yeah.
Reign of Terror absolutely demolishing NTO right now in this first game in 23 minutes.
Yeah, this was not a close game at all. You give the one tricks their one tricks, and this is what happens. They just jump on your nexus at 23 minutes and make you look silly. Very well played by Venom and the whole ROT essentially. And yeah, not a close game at all. A lot of work to be done from the blue side, NTO, and they have to go back to the drawing board and decide how they are going to draft.
I mean, I think the answer is pretty straightforward. You just ban out the Cho'Gath and the Tristana, force Potato Monster to play something like the Caitlyn, and maybe try to counter the Caitlyn. And I think the Kled needs to go as well, because the Kled is not only dominating the mid lane, the Kled is affecting the entire map. So you definitely have to take out the Kled. If I am the blue side team, that's what I'm looking for in the next draft. And let's just hope that the blue side learns from their mistakes and does better in the draft, because that game was not pretty to look at. That they had a few kills earlier on, but then as soon as the one trick started going, it was just a bloodbath.
Yeah, and again, the undefeated ROT just showing off their skills, making NTO look silly, and this was not a close game at all. We will be jumping into the highlights pretty soon and see how the game went on.
I mean, yeah, and remember, this is for the place in the grand finals, so these players are locked in. They are looking towards the 50k prize pool. So let's have a recap of that first game. So in the bot lane, there was a fight earlier on. The Kled and the Xerath were doing heavy trades with each other. So the game was really quiet for the first 10 minutes or so. Not a lot going on. And but as soon as the kills started coming, it just exploded.
Yeah, and here Kled gets the first blood. You can't take too many of those trades, as we had spoken in the game as well. Kled just decides to go in and destroy them. And this is where it went. I mean, this was a good fight. But Potato Monster did get a double kill here. And Kled was here first as well.
So it was looking really good for ROT. They had taken 3 kills without any reply, with just one single kill. But this Jinx rocket right here makes it all even. And
yes,
those were 2 shutdowns as well.
Yeah, exactly. But the Jinx, I think, messed up her build as well. Did not complete her in Kraken Slayer first.
Yeah,
and
I don't get
what
sword. That BF sword is doing there in her pocket right there. If you get the Kraken Slayer along with the Lulu movement speed as well, you start doing the DPS again and again. So definitely questionable according to me. But it is what it is, I assume. But again, Jinx was getting caught out a lot of times. See, again, the hook landing beautifully onto the carries. Black Thief doing really well on that Nautilus, annoying as champion. Just ends up getting
and once the Nautilus gets ahead, I think you can't really do much against the Jinx and the Jinx and Lulu can't really do much against the Nautilus, right? Because it's CC for days, and especially with the Tristana, a lot of burst coming in, you can't fight in the bot lane with the Kled coming in as well. So I think this game was done pretty early on when the Kled got the first blood and could just roam at will.
I mean,
in the top lane as well,
affecting the map all around, not just the mid lane. He just pushes the wave, presses one button, and just gets kills in the bot side of the map for his ADC.
Yeah, and in the top lane as well, Cho'Gath just destroyed the Air God, killing him. Multiple solo kills in the top lane. Was at 1,500 gold ahead of the Air God, even with his very weird and different build with the Triforce and Man Immune. I think he made it work and looked pretty good at it.
I mean, hey, if it works, it works. I am no one to question his Cho'Gath right now. So
not
again,
after
at this
the last
point,
game.
at this point. The game was just so done. I think the morale was down. Maybe so. That's the thing as well. Maybe at the end of the games, you already know the game is done. I think you just stop losing your mental trying to save this game, and you start talking about the next game. I think NTO would have been doing that to get back up instead of losing mental and tilting off just the first game.
Yeah, I think you have to change the strategy, ban out the Cho'Gath, ban out the Kled maybe. You can give the Tristana if you get a good matchup in the bot lane.
Yeah,
but these two champions...
Led and Cho'Gath definitely need to go. There's like letting those champions into the draft against Venom and Velticles is illegal.
Yeah, I think these champions, especially when you're picking champions like Jinx in the bot lane and Xerath in the mid lane, then someone like Kled has to go, especially if the opponent knows how to play.
Yeah, because they can
and
just
this was the end of the game
fight
at will. Yeah, exactly.
The Jinx
just
did not have time to scale up at all, and at this point they're just straight up bullying them at like 17,000 gold ahead at like 23 minutes. It's just not fair.
Yeah, and the Lulu can only do so much against the Nautilus and Kled CC as well, right? They both will jump on the Jinx, and you can't really save the Jinx, especially when the Kled is fed. And yeah, that was game one from our side as well, and we will see what changes in the draft for NTO coming to the second game, and I am expecting massive changes as well.
So yeah, something drastically has to change. So let's hope that NTO can recoup and keep their calm, don't lose their minds, and have a strong showing in the second game. And for Reign of Terror, they would like to capitalize on this momentum, this massive momentum that they have gotten from this game. So we will be heading into a short break right now. Please stay with us for game 2 of this first semi-finals of the Esports Community Cup powered by Zotac. Thank you guys.
Barely breathing, don't let go. Hear the whispers, listen close. I know you've never strayed from the fold, but that's how freedom begins. Bended knees and broken bones. A bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries, Burn your bridges, make your choice. Fight your demons, raise your voice. They're only silent if we're making noise. So let the battle begin. Bended knees and broken bones. A bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries. We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion. Be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion. Be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion. Be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution.
They wanna count me out. Next time pick a higher number. Next time you should run for cover. Next time let the giants slumber. They wanna keep me down. No amount of your words get humble. That spirit that refused to crumble. Got the roaring line, reduce the mumbles. 2 a.m. on first. Imitate vultures how they lurk. Take toes with it, I'm out of eye with you, boy. Challenge the best with your worst. This is my turf. Way I move is inertia. Can't be stopped, it's unheard of. From the dirt, sweat got my feet muddy. Spin my wins, they might search you. On my word, path took plenty turns. And wrote my confidence in cursive. When submerged, I found resolving my purpose and tell you about it back on surface. I survived. I survived. Ever been lost in the woods, praying that it don't get dark? Ooh. Ever been in a situation could've win, but you still had heart? Yeah, if you anything like me, evolve from chum to shark, the hunger starts to grow apart you didn't know you had. It's like that, flip the switch, turn it up, and I'm giving it gas. I lock it in all free, adrenaline double my percent. Made a home in the unknown, I swear I never fear again. I got ice in my blood, big enough to down this shit. I don't care how bad it get, I got 10 toes down, don't forget, I survived. I survived. When you on the brink and you in too deep, when you feeling weak, when it's hard to breathe, you gon' take a knee? Never. You gon' keep it G forever. Stand up and face whatever. I'm built unique, I'm better than the hard times I seen. Crime scene, obscene, face the ugly, cover up like Maybelline. Had uncertainty and urgency, cut from me like surgery. Formed again more sturdily, personally. I don't see nobody stopping me. I don't see nobody topping me. I don't see nobody honestly. I run you over if that's what it's gotta be. And it's gotta be what I look like, having fear still haunt me. What I look like, having regrets haunt me. Pay that price, I don't care what it cost me. All my life, big me against the army. I'ma push the red button on them like Atari. I'm big dog with a humor like a Maltese. See more fall off the 03 tall tees. Not sorry for the way I am. Learn to ball them up with no one holding your hand. Never back down, never hide in the sand. If you ain't hear the message, let me say it again. Yo, let me say it again. I survived. I survived. I survived. I survived. I survived.
So welcome back, guys, and we just got done with the first game of the semi-finals between the two teams, and it was a stomp. Unfortunately, Reign of Terror and RTO. And let's jump into the scoreboard right now to see what had happened. A complete bloodbath.
Yeah, and what had happened was ROT just got all their champions, and then they decided to end the game in 20 minutes. And just look at the gold. Even the dragons, 4 dragons to 0, barons, 1 baron to nil. Of course, Rift Herald, Void Grubs was even. Speaking of bans, this is very interesting. The Viego, Leona, and Darius were the first round bans from the side of NTO, and which is very interesting. Yeah, and especially for the Cho'Gath, he did decide to ban the set. I think that's one matchup where he feels not too comfortable. First picked the Cho'Gath and showed us why. And I think NTO has to just ban the Cho'Gath out, ban the Kled out, and then play the game from there. And you can't take so many immobile champions against the Nautilus, against the Kled as well. So 25 to 6 in kills. I think this was so one-sided, Faisal.
I mean, yeah, I think NTO would have learned from their mistakes, and I am 100% expecting the Cho'Gath ban coming off right now, and I feel that the Kled has to go as well. So let's see what NTO has in draft. We have made the lobbies, and we should be jumping into the game real quick. Kaka, what do you feel going into the second game? How are the teams feeling, and what do you think is going to be the mindset of the teams going in?
I think Reign of Terror is feeling pretty comfortable, as we had discussed even before the game had started, because they did not show too much in the draft. They just picked the champions that they played the most, and they don't have to show any of their hidden picks or anything that they have been working on, because this was pretty standard for them. Guys, if you do want to join such tournaments, join the Discord server, official LOL India and South Asian Discord server, for exclusive content, giveaways, and community tournaments as well. But yeah, coming into the second game, I think you ban the Cho'Gath out, you ban the Kled out, and then see what Venom and Copy have prepared. And we will be jumping into the pick and ban phase as well.
Again, same sides for the teams. Reign of Terror had decided that they want to stick with the red side. They want to have the counter pick. So we have the first ban, and again it's gonna be the Viego. So let's see what they are gonna do for the next 2 bans. I think they have done some sort of research on the jungler. They do not want to play against the Viego at all. So NTO still opting to go for the Viego ban. And finally, we do see the Cho'Gath getting taken away.
Yeah, I was hoping this was not going to be a salty remake by NTO, and they do decide to ban the Cho'Gath. Again, Reign of Terror don't have to change much. LeBlanc, Jin, and Set ban. Maybe they change their third ban right now because the Cho'Gath is banned, but let's see about that one.
I mean, yeah, Reign of Terror do not really have to try to fix what is not broken, and NTO finally learning their lessons. This is really smart coming out of them, getting those 2 comfort picks away from Reign of Terror. Make the players from Reign of Terror actually step out of their comfort zone and pick other champions. So I'm excited to see what Reign of Terror has in store now. I'm pretty sure they're just so used to getting this Cho'Gath and Kled banned against them that they will have the counter for themselves, because in every single tournament I've seen so far, Venom and Copy, they really do not end up getting those champions.
Yeah, and Caitlyn first pick is very interesting, but the Jhin is banned, so she can have a very comfortable laning phase. The Tristana gets picked up again, and I think for the mid lane this time around, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Yone coming in or Dr. Mundo coming in the top lane as well. They are hovering the Hecarim, yeah, but I like the brand option. You hate the champion, I think you should just tell us why.
Brand just does not exist in League of Legends for me. I don't think I have banned any champion other than Brand for the past, I don't know, like 3 patches, so more than that. So I've not seen a Brand in a long time. Caitlyn, I think it is kind of taking it away from Potato Monster as well, one of the better champions on Potato. I think it would have been better if they ended up banning the Tristana instead of the Viego and then taking the Caitlyn as well. So in a way, you take away 4 champions from Reign of Terror in the first phase of the draft. And they end up taking the Rek'Sai in the jungle, feeling confident with the Urgot, putting confidence in the top laner, maybe assuming it was just a one-off mistake letting the Cho'Gath go, so maybe Urgot does better this time.
Yeah, but the Darius does go through, which was banned in the previous game, and Venom decides to pick that up instantly against the Urgot, likes his chances against the Urgot, the matchup as well. That's a power pick for him. Very excited to see the Rek'Sai in the jungle. You don't see her as often as you used to, but I think it can be a good pick, especially just to camp the Darius out. Has a lot of CC, has a lot of damage as well. You do go the Titanic Hydra route as well, so you are a very beefy berserker. So that's a good pick, in my opinion, at least for the side of NTO. Going into the bans, Leona is banned again. Morgana from the side of Reign of Terror, they don't want to play against the Lux and the Morganas, basically the shields and the range of Caitlyn and those 2 champions.
Yeah, so one of the best synergies with Caitlyn are Morgana and Lux. So if a bind lands, it's just a free trap followed up with a headshot and the Q damage. Really good bans coming out from the side of Reign of Terror, and they do not want to deal against the hard engage of a Leona Maokai with the Tristana, so they end up taking those champions away. This has got to be a troll hover with the Teemo. I refuse to believe they're gonna pick the Teemo.
I think that's a troll hover as well.
In the mid lane? Yeah, so that's
no,
not
they're
gonna
not
happen.
going to pick that champion. Smolder.
Smolder! Let's go! Really happy with the Smolder pick right now. So I think the Smolder is gonna go in the mid lane. So the Tristana and Smolder can interchange. The Tristana can go mid as well, and Smolder can go as ADC. But I'm assuming because Potato Monster is in the game, the Tristana is gonna go on his hands, and we are gonna get the Smolder in the mid lane. And let's see what NTO reply with.
Yeah, I think that's a Tristana mid lane, but I wouldn't put my money on it because the Smolder is on the Rift as well. A Yasuo hover is very interesting. Please don't pick that up. Just get a control mage and take this to the late game if you can.
But it
gets locked in.
I mean, Yasuo with the
What do I
Rek'Sai
know?
does have early game pressure. A good Yasuo is a fun champion to watch. A Yasuo either goes 10-0 or goes 0-10. So let's just see which Yasuo we end up getting in this game. Completing the draft from Reign of Terror would be the Blitzcrank. So Tristana does want these aggressive, hard engaged supports to get those damages in, to jump on top of the carry, start to like auto attacking away. So we see the bot lane as Blitzcrank, but as the champ select looks, it looks like the Tristana is going into the mid lane in fact, and we do see the Smolder in the bottom lane against the Caitlyn and a Seraphine. So definitely a very hard matchup for the Smolder in lane earlier on, just because of the range advantage that the Seraphine and Caitlyn have, and if they manage to stay safe from the Blitzcrank hooks, they're just gonna get perma pushed in at least till Smolder gets enough stacks and items to start one-shotting the wave.
Yeah, but the threat of the Blitzcrank is always going to be lurking on the shadows, and for me, I think Tristana should have gone to the bottom lane, and you could have picked up the Yone as well to complement the brand and the CC that the brand provides, and then you have 2 really hard winning lanes. But this is not too bad as well. Smolder can be that scaling option for the side of Reign of Terror, and just going back to the last game, I don't think it really matters much. Speaking of picks, the Blitzcrank, I really love that pick. NTO decided to ban the Leona, thinking that was more of a threat, but I think Blitzcrank was the champion that they should have banned, because against Seraphine, you're just going to die once the Blitzcrank hooks you, and that sets up for a very early game invade as well from the side of Reign of Terrors.
I mean, I think they trust themselves to dodge out the Blitz hook. If you dodge that one ability, the Blitzcrank becomes relatively docile in lane. Let's see if that is gonna pay off. And we see the Brand Jungle, one of the fastest clears in the game right now, dishes out so much AoE damage in team fights. And these two fire giants, the Smolder and the Brand, just put out so much AoE damage that NTO would be looking to not get into a lot of team fights earlier on.
Yeah, and I think the win condition for NTO is quite simple. I think you just unleash the Rek'Sai onto the map, try to get as many ganks as you can before the Smolder gets stacking. You have a lot of setup as well with the Yasuo knockup. Rek'Sai of course has a knockup of her own, and so I think you could just camp out the Darius and get the Urgot rolling, and that would be a great way to go about in this game especially.
I mean, yeah, we saw in the first game as well, the Teddy on that Lee Sin was very gank happy. He was trying to gank level 2 and he was just going from lane to lane, trying to make something happen. He can carry on the same playstyle on this Rek'Sai as well, and has that CC on him as well this time. So let's see if he follows up on his strategy from game 1 and tries to just perma gank.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind seeing a level 2 gank from the Rek'Sai, especially because she is very strong at level 2 with the E knockup coming in. With the Lee Sin, you aren't really that well equipped for a level 2 gank, but Rek'Sai does a lot of damage with the Q and the E. So yeah, let's see what pathing he decides to take and how the Rek'Sai is going to affect the map. I think this game very much relies on what the Rek'Sai does in the early game.
I'm really excited. A lot of interesting picks. Always fun to watch a Yasuo. I think the viewers would be excited as well. So let us know in the chat if you really want to see the Yasuo shine with those fancy plays. And I'm really excited to see the Smolder because one of my favorite champions, really fun to play. And you just want to keep stacking away, fight and get those stacks up and start, work towards the true damage, execute. You become an Elder Dragon around 20 to 25 minutes into the game. So they really have to keep in mind that they have picked scaling champions and just not let the game get away from them by 20-25 minutes. They have to play safe and make sure that they get to that power spike. And we have a minor pause in the game right now. We will be back as soon as the game is up and ready. Meanwhile, let's talk about what do you think are the lanes gonna be like?
Yeah, well, every time you pick up a Yasuo, I think the gods just flip a coin and it's either 10-0 or 0-10. I think we've all been the victim of the 0-10, 0-15 Yasuo in our solo queue games. And
they always say 0-10 is the power spike.
Power spike, yeah, and once in a while you get that mad Yasuo player who's just carrying the team on his back. And let's see how Simp1 plays this Yasuo out. I'm pretty excited to watch that lane at least, especially considering Copy is a Yasuo main as well. He has played a lot of Yasuo, I think over 3-4 million points on the champ as well. So he will know how the matchup goes against the Yasuo as Tristana. So I'm pretty excited to watch the mid lane in this matchup, yeah.
I mean, yeah, if played well, the Yasuo can just windwall the E and most of the damage from the Tristana just goes away. The threat just goes away. And as a Tristana, I don't think without the E you're really trying to jump on to melee range into the Yasuo. So a skill-based matchup coming on in the mid lane. Let's see how that pans out and it goes in whose favor. I definitely feel the junglers will play a major role in deciding the outcome of that lane. Coming to the junglers, the Brand trying to farm it up, get to those items, the Blackfire Torch, and just build up his raw stats, while the Rek'Sai trying to farm up as well, but more gank friendly, trying to get his laners ahead and make sure that he just snowballs the game earlier on.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the Rek'Sai's job. I think she has her work cut out for her. Get to level 3, get ganking, go to the mid lane, go to the top lane, and especially the top lane, because a lot of Darius players don't pick TP. So if you do have a wave stacking in the top lane, you just try and gank the Darius and make him miss all the farm. So that's where I expect all the action to happen in this game.
I mean, again, Venom not on the Cho'Gath right now, so let's see what he can do on this Darius. Another thing to talk about is Venom is really known for this weird, I say, build path. We saw it in the first game as well. Manamune, Muramana on the Cho'Gath. He likes to build not, meta items on his champions, but he makes them work somehow. I really want to see what we see on this Darius. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes something like a Phantom Dancer or something. I don't know. This guy is crazy. He just brings out whatever he wants.
Yeah, or a death cap. Like, you have no clue what you're gonna get. I have never seen Manamune on a Cho'Gath, and it seems to work. Maybe I'll try it as well and run it down in the top lane.
I think you'll be running it down into the enemy team. Yeah.
Yeah, but in the bot lane, let's just talk about bot lane as well. I think pushing lane for Caitlyn and Seraphine, Blitzcrank will have a lot of pressure as long as he does not miss the hook, or if he just keeps it in. We will be jumping into the game right now, and let's see if... Yeah, the Yasuo is running Ignite. That's what I was going to talk about, what the summoner spells are going to be for each side.
I mean, if you are Reign of Terror right now, I think you would be looking for the invade with the Blitzcrank. You want to take a hook and just try to get an early kill. NTO should be expecting that and just guard the entrances. Looks like it's gonna be a repeat of the first game. All 5 champions moving together. Reign of Terror going from that mid lane route, not going from the bot lane like last time, trying to fish for those hooks. And the Yasuo going dangerously close to the Blitzcrank. Let's see if he tries to go for the hook, making the Yasuo flash just by his massive presence right there. So summoner spell advantage already.
Yeah, and level 1 shenanigans are pretty common when you have a Blitzcrank in the game. I think NTO should have expected the invade coming in. Yasuo, of course, safety first. He flashes. He does not take the risk of trying to dodge and trying all those funny stuff. Loses his flash, but I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue unless the brand decides to go mid at level 3 or 4. Yeah,
I mean,
in the top lane... Yeah.
Not a lot of agency on the brand earlier on. Yasuo can just E away, I feel.
Yeah. Exactly, but you have to be aware of the Blitzcrank roams as well, right? A fight in the top lane...
I don't think the Urgot wants to be fighting a Darius level 1. The stacks go ahead. The shield will land. The knockup actually buys some more time, but the Darius is just so strong level 1. Why would you even want to try that as an Urgot? You're fighting probably the strongest champion level 1 with the passive, and he just dies for no reason level 1.
I think that's a huge mistake. Loses his flash as well and just decides to continue the fight. How on earth did the Urgot think he could win against the Darius?
Oh my god, the hook from right out of nowhere. A lot of chunk damage going on to Dronzer, but they end up getting the level 2 first, as we would expect from a double ranged matchup in the bot side. Blitzcrank, okay, showing a lot of promise with that hook right there.
Yeah, and I think the Darius has already gotten into the Urgot's head, and this is going to be a very long game for him. In the bot lane, however, Seraphine and Caitlyn are both near half HPs. And so, I just want to focus on the mid lane, however, right now. Rek'Sai is waiting by the wings, and she is going to decide to gank the Tristana. Let's see how this pans out.
I mean, I feel Tristana can just jump away. She was playing towards her jungler as well, so on the safer side of the mid lane. And nothing comes out of that. Both the junglers starting on the same side of the map and taking their second buff right now. And bot lane, Caitlyn and Seraphine just doing what we expect them to do. But they end up taking so much damage from the Smolder, who should not be doing as much. The majority of the damage from the Smolder with the Doran's ring comes from the W. So if you just dodge the W, you just end up denying Smolder so much damage. Now Blitzcrank walks up looking for a hook menacingly. Seraphine does not have mana for the move speed, knocks up, ignites, but Potato Monster trying to hit the Caitlyn, so miscommunication there on champion select, but the hook lands again, forcing the flash and the barrier out of the Caitlyn. Flash forward from Potato Monster, misses the W but ends up securing the kill with the Q, and we have a quick pause right now, but I guess Potato Monster will secure the kill, so double kills, and all of that was just Black Thief. Black Thief played that so well and got his carry 2 kills.
Yeah, and everything that could have gone wrong in the bot lane has gone wrong. Double kill to the Smolder. A really bad trade coming out as well.
Onto the Tristana, but nothing comes out of that. Teddy Bear is in the middle and flash forward, knock up onto the Brand, making the Brand flash away to safety. So trading summoner spells, both the junglers blowing their flashes, Brand almost going down.
Yeah, I think it's a good trade for the Rex side to burn her flash for the Brand, because you can always tunnel in and out of fights, and the Brand can't. Yeah, speaking of the bot lane, BF sword on the Smolder. I'm not sure what you make on that champion, but I would.
I mean, you go Essence Weaver first, so
right.
So that is a correct pick.
Yeah,
already a massive lead
look at the gold as
in
well.
the bot lane.
Yeah, 500 gold
double
lead for
kill
the Smolder.
earlier on. I mean, top lane, I think you're a victim of your own mistakes. You try to fight, no, dare yourself, one, give up a kill, and now you're just behind for the entire laning phase. Massive wave built up in the bot lane as well. The Caitlyn and the Seraphine again just wanna keep pushing. A good dodge comes out, but the knockup will land. The Smolder W connects, but yeah,
the Brand is here though.
Not really.
And there is no flash on
bursting
Caitlyn.
down champions. Brand walks forward. The Rek'Sai is here and will lock up the Brand. The Brand does not have flash. Remember, the Teddy Bear gets 1 kill back. Smolder trying to fly away to safety. So nothing comes out of that. Beautiful knock-up and beautiful combo coming out from Simp in the middle lane, taking down the Tristana, and gets her flash in the process as well.
Yeah, hits that level 6, decides to all in, has the ignite as well to finish off the kill, and really beautiful kill in the mid lane. In the bot lane, Rek'Sai has started that dragon. Let's see if that's going to be contested.
Urgot does not have flash right now. The ghost has been popped. The Toxic Venom is looking for the lethal blow. Urgot does not have mana as well. The ultimate will connect and he will just bleed out to death.
Yeah, I think top lane is
on near the
done.
dragon. They get a kill back for their troubles. The blue team does end up getting the dragon as well, but Tristana just jumps in to secure the kill onto the Caitlyn. The Rek'Sai stuck between 3 people right now, trying to run away as fast as she can. The passive will heal her up, but Potato Monster 4-0 up on that Smolder at 6 mid. Smolder is a scaling champion, guys. How is she 4-0 up? Something is going terribly wrong.
Yeah, and in the top lane, I think they might try to dive the Urgot again and just make his life miserable. Again, Smolder scaling champion, already 4-0. He's going to go back to the base and come out with the Essence Reaver. He is so ahead of the marker that it's not even funny anymore. Just looking at the gold difference as well in the bot lane, Smolder is 1500 gold ahead at 7 minutes. That's more than a BF sword.
A BF sword and a long sword. That's just... I don't think Caitlyn, even being Caitlyn, can walk up to the Smolder anymore. The Smolder is just gonna get the 25 stacks, get the AoE on the Q as well, and just gonna start one-shotting the wave right now. So I think we're gonna see the lane getting pushed in the opposite direction real soon.
Yeah, and the threat of the Blitzcrank is very real. In the bot lane, Rek'Sai did cover the dive, however, they lose their lives taking the dragon again. And in the top lane, I think Urgot might just have to burn his
Urgot
flash.
does have
Let's
the
see.
flash this time, gets pulled into the turret. The Darius knowing that the flash is up. The Yasuo being aggressive and just weaving through the minions, trying to trade onto the Tristana as well as he can. The Tristana did end up getting a kill near the dragon fight. So pretty much even in gold right now, just a few gold difference between the Yasuo and the Trist. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we
Rek'Sai is
see
in
the
the bot
Rek'Sai back. The Blitzcrank gets knocked up. The Smolder ultimate landing onto two people, doing a lot of damage. Flash forward and ult from the Rek'Sai in the bottom lane, not getting any kills. But Toxic Venom ends up using his ultimate without getting the stacks, gets the kill. Finally, Potato Monster, meanwhile, doing damage in the bottom lane, forcing the flash out of the Caitlyn, and everything is going wrong for NTO. They're bleeding kills everywhere. The top lane's getting solo killed. In the bottom lane, you were the one who ganked the bottom lane of ROT, and somehow you end up losing all 3 of the kills without even a single trade back.
Yeah, 3 kills in the bot lane again. This is looking very rough for NTO. Just looking at the replay again, let's see how it unfolded. There you go. Solo kill in the top lane as well. Yeah, that was pretty close. Urgot blows his flash, uses the ult, but could not get the execute off, and the Darius just kills the Urgot. And down in the bottom lane, Black Thieves uses his ult, finishes off the Rek'Sai after the Caitlyn had flashed the hook, and Potato Monster finishes off the Caitlyn. 6-0 Smolder at 9 minutes. Essence Reaver and Sheen on the inventory. This is looking pretty doomed. And it's not over yet. The Seraphine
they
might die
will
again.
just start bullying the Seraphine once more. I'm gonna assume what is gonna be an easy kill with the hook follow-up. They end up giving it to Potato Monster. Goes godlike in 10 minutes. 701, 74 CS at 10 minutes. Absolutely destroying the competition. Yasuo is tanking the turret for a brief second right there, but trades ultimate. Not doing a lot of damage on the Tristana. Oh my god, the hook out of downtown. Black Thief is just running a riot right now. Black Thief is the sole reason that they are so ahead in the bottom lane. It's just insane the way this guy is playing right now. Toxic Venom, hello, with this ghost will just run up onto this Yasuo. Yasuo trying to E away as much as he can, ends up flashing, but the Tristana has her W to catch up, and just a little showboating with that mastery flex.
Yeah, I mean, I would do that too if I got solo killed by the Yasuo, knowing very well how to play the champion as well.
Rek'Sai engaging onto the Smolder again, ends up flash using the ultimate, forcing the flash out of the Smolder, and the Caitlyn will finally get her redemption, gets a shutdown kill onto the Smolder, but this Urgot is just not having a good time. Again, he can't even blame anyone else. It's just actions of his own mistakes earlier on. The Darius 5-0 up, the Smolder 7-1 and 2. Both of the sides, the extreme sides of the map, just so far ahead for ROT.
Yeah, and the Caitlyn did get the shutdown, so maybe there's a saving grace somewhere in there. But the Darius just chipping down the top turret, has 4 solo kills. Caitlyn gets hooked again, but I don't think that's
just playing around with the bottom lane there.
Yeah, Black Thieves Blitzcrank Q is not a skill shot, guys. It's point and click. I think he's connected every hook that he has thrown out.
I mean, some of the hooks, it just looks like it's going through minions. Like the first hook in the lane and the hook in the near the turret. It was just so good, the pixel perfect hooks. Black Thief definitely showing up big, and he'll be feeling confident on that blitz.
Yeah, and Smolder is has the Sheen, has the Kindle Gem. I think you're going for that Spear of the Shojin to get the Q stacking again. And we can't really see how many stacks he has, but I'm sure he has over 100, 150. Yasuo gets hooked.
Trying his best to get as many minions as he can. Flash forward from the Tristana, and this guy knows the champion damage so well. Gets the 3 autos, auto cancels with the ultimate, ends up getting the kill onto the Yasuo. They'll be trying to look to steal away this red buff. Oh, I think that was the first hook I've seen Black Thief miss. Wait, flash forward onto the brand. The Seraphine ult flashed away. So knock-up landing onto the Rek'Sai, but here comes the Smolder! And they get the kill onto the Rek'Sai. The hook follow up from the Blitzcrank. Smolder is picking up 2 kills right there. Caitlyn from downtown will just help herself with one trade back with her ultimate. Ends up getting the collector there, but Smolder is just leagues ahead, building towards that Trinity force. So interesting choice. I've seen a lot of Smolders go from Essence Reaver right into the Spirit of Shojin to get that ability damage up. You can go Trinity as well, but I feel like you do a lot more damage with Shojin, but I guess because you're just so far ahead, the extra movement speed and the Sheen procs just helps a lot.
Yeah, and you are so far ahead. 13 out of the 15 plates have been taken by Reign of Terror as well. So, and just look at the goal lead. It's 9,000 goal lead at 14 minutes.
Everywhere, every time the camera pans onto Blitzcrank, someone is dying because he has hooked someone. So another 3v1 in the bot lane. They already get a single kill towards ROT. The Blitzcrank is not stopping. Oh, close. 1 for 0 for the side of ROT. Flash forward and just the blast cone helping off the Rek'Sai and saving her life.
Yeah.
Oh, Toxic Venom pops the ghost in the top side. MF Ninja trying to run away, blows his flash as well, but is just not fast enough to run away from this Darius, who already has his stride breaker, and goes 6-0, and 0 is dominating the top side of the map right now. Urgot 0-5, 96 CS at 15 minutes, just not having a good time. The Rek'Sai again feels confident in knocking up the Brand and forcing the Yasuo ultimate on them as well. The Brand is just gonna casually walk away though. Good knockup lands onto 2 people and they do get the shutdown onto the Brand, but the Smolder is here to save the day. Calls on her mom to do the damage for her, and another fight in favor of ROT.
Yeah, and Caitlyn finishes off again the Brand. That's 3 kills for her just by using her ultimate. So she is getting sort of back in the game, but I think it's too much already. Darius has picked up the Rand wins. And
I don't think anyone's coming back into this game. It's 15 minutes and a 12,000 goal lead.
Yeah, and
it's just a matter of time, when ROT win, not if ROT win for me right now.
Yeah, exactly. And 3,500 goal lead in the top lane, 2,500, excuse me. And both the series that we have watched even yesterday and today has been massive top difference, right? Again, I think that's going to be another solo kill. That's going to be the 6th solo kill if he decides to kill him.
Here, but I'm pretty sure that Darius will feel confident after he gets those stacks in trying to 1v2 this. Just has to dodge the Urgot ultimate, which is unable to do so. A solid shutdown going into the pockets of this Urgot right there.
Yeah, but I don't think that changes anything, if at all. I think Venom misplayed a bit there, missed his E initially. Could have used his ult earlier and finished off the Urgot, and could have gotten the reset as well. Decides not to. Pays for it big time. In the bot lane, I think Caitlyn's just dead.
Tristana is just gonna help herself with another kill. Just jumps onto the Caitlyn. It's like, hello miss, you're not allowed to be this far up your lane. And they're just gonna start up the dragon.
Yeah, in 17 minutes and 10,500 goal lead. This game is looking like game 1 again. Once the Baron spawns, I think ROT will just look to take that objective up and finish the game as soon as they can. Another fight, maybe?
Well, NTO is trying to look for the Rift Herald. They do end up taking that down, will pick it up, but now the team from ROT is here to follow up. Darius does catch the Rek'Sai, has the resets on it if he can catch up, but the Brand ultimate and passive just doing so much damage, burning down the Seraphine. The Rockstar trying to run away. Achu says the smolder, but it's not gonna land. So they end up getting the Rift Herald, but they trade out 1 kill for it.
Yeah, and the
And-
God again is just going to die.
Just get kited away. Yeah, Ketin, I don't think you want to be doing that. Good flash coming on from the side of Tristana, which keeps her alive. And will take down the Caitlyn as well. So a tier 2 turret, that is 700 gold in the pockets of Tristana there as well. Tier 2 turret in the mid lane for the Smolder, and tier 2 turret in the top lane as well. And it's not looking good at all.
Yeah, and 2,700 gold in the pocket of Tristana. She's going to go back and come out swinging with the new items that she's going to purchase.
I mean,
in the mid lane, great wall, but
in the knockup lands onto the Blitzcrank, and Yasuo actually decides to follow it up with his ultimate. They will end up getting the kill onto the Blitz, but gets traded back instantly from the Yasuo. The Seraphine ends up going down as well from the Darius. Good pull in from the Darius into the Urgot, but because of the turret damage, the Urgot just ults and steers the other champions away as well. So kind of messy there from ROT. They should not have been losing so many champions right there, I believe, from how far ahead they are. But already Potato Monster, as you see, has completed his 225 stacks, is going to be doing that execute damage right now. And it's not even 20 minutes and Reign of Terror are knocking onto the base gates of NTO.
yeah, and Reign of Terror, especially Potato Monster, having a great performance. 11 kills, 5 assists, only the 1 death. Has almost 10 CS per minute, has the 225 stacks to his name. He is so fed right now, and it's so ahead of the clock as well. Level 13, 3 levels up on the Caitlyn. And I think they could just close out the game once they get the Baron. But even if they don't decide to take the Baron, they can just end this game very soon. I think Velticles is trying to farm for his Infinity Edge. He must be very close if you can just look at the gold ones.
I mean, I'm just
Yes.
looking for ways in which NTO can get something back. I think the only way is to like hide somewhere in some bush, try to get a pick, try to get those shutdowns, because this Urgot is doing a little bit of damage, and with the ultimate execute you just get a massive AoE CC, but it's gonna be really hard.
Yeah, I think that's the only way that they can come back in the game, by using the Urgot execute and flashing into 4 people, 5 people essentially, and fearing all of them. But I don't think that's likely. Fight
Black
breaking
Team
out
just
in the top
walks
lane
up
again.
and knocks up the Yasuo. In the meanwhile, we have a mini fight going on in the bot side as well. The ban ends up going down. Dranzer takes it down. It's looking good for NTO right now. They're onto this Darius and they will end
but
up
the
taking
carries are
that kill
coming
down.
now.
But the Smolder is here. Smolder and Tristana. The Seraphine ult unfortunately lands only onto the support. Smolder ult does so much damage. No one is there to feel for the Smolder right there. Smolder ends up going down. So NTO actually getting a really good fight right there. Getting a complete ace onto ROT.
Yeah, and let's see if they
What
decide to
happened
take the
just
Baron right now.
there?
Yeah, they have to go and take the Baron right now. They can't greed for the second turret. If they decide not to take it, I think that's gonna be the biggest throw that they can possibly have. And let's watch the replay and see how it unfolded. Potato Monster and Velticles were not close enough to the fight, and the brand just gets melted by the Rek'Sai and Caitlyn. Yeah, just Brand could not do much in this fight, and the carries were nowhere to be seen. And that we were just talking about how NTO could win the fight, and yeah, they just seem to have won one with complete ace.
So much gold is gonna be channeled back into the side of NTO. You see a massive 1000 gold shutdown for the Yasuo there, another like 800 gold shutdown for the Urgot. So definitely the champions, the carry champions, kind of back from the side of NTO. Now ROT, I think they got a little overconfident by the way Black Team just walked up and started that fight. But here we see Urgot finding himself 1v3 essentially, and it's just a matter of time before the hook comes up and he's gonna get CC logged. See, you just got such a good fight, you got so much gold back to your side. Why are you so pushed up without vision in the bot lane and you're just giving all of that lead back to the team?
Yeah, all the hard work
In the
was-
Dragon, we have a lot of fighting going on here as well. Ezreal slays Yasuo, but the double kill coming on from the Darius, and this time ROT decide they're not messing around. Gets a clean ace onto NTO, and I think they are going to just push for the end right now.
Yeah, they could very well end the game right now. 20-second timer on the Yasuo. We were just
with
talking
the
about how
Tristana.
NTO had won the fight and how they had found some way back into the game, and then MF Ninja decides that he does not want to play the game anymore and just dies, and the game is essentially over now. The Reign of Terror will get that Baron and look to knock on the Nexus doors
Reign
pretty
of
soon.
Terror playing it safe, not trying to force the Nexus turrets. I think this is the smart play and the right play to make. They just want to secure the Baron and just push the lanes in with the Baron minions and close out the win.
Yeah, I think that one ace did humble them a little bit, or otherwise I think they would have tried to end the game. But this is the play. You go get the Baron, get the resets in, come back stronger, and just try to end the game and do it cleanly.
So 25
Monster
minutes
has
into the
not reset.
game.
Yeah.
25 minutes into the game, we are 34 kills to 13. Potato Monster finding himself alone in the mid lane. For some reason, the Rek'Sai ultimate will follow. Potato Monster is caught in no man's land, essentially. Flash forward, the Yasuo ult follows. There is no reason for the Smolder to be there alone. When your entire team has backed off, you just took the Baron as well. Why are you dying in the mid lane? But we do see the Darius coming in, trying to take revenge for his fallen dragon companion. Gets the double kill onto the Yasuo. Actually just autos him once and takes away half his HP bar for some reason. Gets the pull in onto the Caitlyn, dodges the trap beautifully, and then matter of time before Caitlyn goes down there as well. The Tristana kiting away this Urgot just has to dodge the ultimate, uses the flash of her own. So a lot of messy fights going all around the map. Rek'Sai may be trying to get one consolation kill back onto this Blitzcrank. Let's see if he is blessed with even that. The Blast Cone is there to put him to safety, and Teddy Bear is not gonna get that as well. 26 minutes into the game, Reign of Terror is going to be your first finalist for the Esports Club Community Cup July Open. Another convincing victory, Reign of Terror. So Smolder doing damage, showing up big time, but I think a lot of that had to do with the support. Blitzcrank just hard carrying that bot lane, giving agency to Smolder, like a late game champion essentially, or even a mid game champion was like 5-0, 4-0 up in the early games because of the Blitzcrank. And Velticles just capitalizing on the weak side bot lane, ganking there, getting his skills up well as well. And I don't want to talk about this top lane, dude. Like level 1 you are trying to fight a Darius, and I mean what do you expect? What do you expect after that? So the Darius just steamrolled the top side of the map. There was just zero agency from the Urgot and his team in the top side. But you saw Urgot can be such a good champion if you just play to his strengths. You let him scale a little bit, play in the team fights, get those ultimates off. Even while being so behind, he was the sole reason that NTO even got a few team fight kills back. Just imagine if he had not briefed the lane at level 1, and it could have been a different story, at least in the top side of the map.
Yeah, I think the top side was done at level 1 itself. As you saw, you should not be fighting that Darius level 1, especially when he has Ghost and Flash. He's always going to chase you down with the W start as well. But big props to Black Thief in the bottom lane, finished 2-2 and 24, 26 kill participation, landed every hook. I think he was hacking last game because he had connected so many hooks onto the Caitlyn, Seraphine, you just name it.
Definitely had that aimbot on him. He landed all the hooks that mattered, like few of them, like I'm sure we'll see in the highlights, just setting his hooks through the minion wave. Some of them looked like they shouldn't have hit as well. I mean, like, that's a Blitzcrank BS hitbox. But Black Thief hard carrying that bottom lane, getting that Smolder up ahead, and once the Smolder gets his stacks, you saw what happens in team fight.
Yeah, and the Smolder was 7-0 at around 8 minutes of the game, and that should never happen against a Caitlyn. And alas, it was what happened. And Black Thief, at least for me, was my MVP of the game.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, big shout out to Venom as well. He just showed what top gap really means. I think he got like 7 or 8 solo kills. We are going to jump into the highlights and see what went down. It's just going to be a top lane montage and Blitzcrank hook montage, isn't it? And there you go.
I mean, there's no reason you're doing this against a Darius. Even if you have the shield, you get the knock up as well. So you essentially land your shotgun legs and the CC as well. So you have landed everything, but you're just so weak compared to the Darius, level 1.
And yeah,
the bottom lane we see early kills as well. Is gonna be a Black Thief montage here, gonna land all of those hooks perfectly, and this is where I think they get a few kills back.
Yeah, solo kill in the mid lane, by the way. Yasuo played this perfectly, hit that level 6, gets the tornado, EQs, kills the Tristana, makes him look silly. Jumping into the top lane again, I think that this is just going to be really painful to watch. And really painful to watch back for MF Ninja, who did not have the best of the games.
I mean, yeah, for the entire series, even the first game against that
Cho'Gath, yeah.
Cho'Gath, he was having a hard time, and again, I think Venom just top-tipped him through the entire series, because it was not even like the junglers were in play right now. This was just these two going against each other, and just look at that, just solo kill over solo kill. And meanwhile in the bot lane, it was just the Black Thief show. He was so good with that Blitzcrank, getting Potato Monster kills on his plate right there, again and again and again. And as you see, 7-0 at 10 minutes completed Essence Reaver and Sheen. I mean, this hook was little insane.
This hook was,
so
yeah. This hook was just the story of the game as well. The man did not miss anything, and he got the Smolder so ahead. I think NTO had no way back into the game, even if they had gotten a few shutdowns here and there.
I mean, every time we pan onto the top lane is just the Darius with 5 stacks bleeding the Urgot out, and the game was just so far beyond the reach of NTO that even when they got the large influx of gold in the top lane fight, which will happen soon, it did not really matter. Even after getting those kills, they just decided to push out the lanes, and they just died on the map with their pants down. So couldn't capitalize on that as well, but I really don't think that would have mattered all that much anyway. They were already like 10 to 12,000 gold behind at that point, so it was just a matter of when Reign of Terror wanted to end the game.
Yeah, I think NTO did have one window back into the game when they aced the side of Reign of Terrors, but decided to take the top second turret instead of taking the Baron. I think that could have been, well, that was the one and only way for them to get back into the game, and just one bad call could have gotten them back in the game.
I don't see how not taking Baron they thought was the correct call. I mean, you get the tier 2 turret, you get 700 gold, you get a little bit of agency on the top side of the map, but realistically you're never gonna reach that far with how far ahead the Darius was.
Exactly.
So you just take the Baron, you get 1500 gold for your team, you get those minions and you use them to defend, cut down the gold deficit and drag the game forward to let the Urgot scale even more, let the Caitlyn scale a little more. But all of this is in hindsight. They did not have the game that they would have wanted to have, and they go down 0-2 in the semi-finals, and we have Reign of Terror as our first finalists, and they have assured at least a 20,000 cash prize. Reign of Terror have a day to prepare for the finals, which will be played on Sunday, and we will get to know who are they up against tomorrow when Temple of Kings go against the Sri Lankan team Zotac Gaming. And I think Temple of Kings are gonna go in heavy favorites for that.
Yeah, they will be heavy favorites, and but Reign of Terrors have done their job at least and gotten themselves a place in the finals without having shown too much again. So they will be feeling confident as well. I don't think they'll be overconfident going into the series against either Yakuza Gaming or Temple of Kings. But congratulations to them. They have locked in at least the runners-up spot and 20,000 rupees in cash.
I mean, yeah, like
And yes,
Reign of Terror would be smart not to underestimate Temple of Kings. I mean, all of these players, they know all of the players from Temple of Kings. They know that they have to put respect on their names, and they'll be confident because they've just stormed their entire way till the grand finals. No reason to not feel confident as well. They've just shown dominant performances right throughout from first round till the grand finals. So I'm really excited for the best of 5 that we will be having. It's either gonna be Temple of Kings or Yakuza Gaming in the grand finals against Reign of Terror. So let's have a look at the scoreboard. 25 minutes, 39 kills to 14, a 15,000 gold advantage, 9 towers to 2 in favor of Reign of Terror. I mean, the Dragons going towards Reign of Terror as well, taking the only Baron of the game. The Rift Herald did go to NTO, but now that I think maybe it would have been better if they did not have the Rift Herald, because it was because of the Rift Herald that they decided to go for the top tier 2 turret and not go for the Baron. I don't know how that would have worked out. I guess this time around NTO did end up banning the Kled and the Cho'Gath, so they had put Venom on, well, basically not his one trick, but that really did not phase Venom did it. He just ended up dominating the top lane, left, right, and center. Just
I think
if anything,
it was worse for the Urgot because he got solo killed more times against the Darius than he did against the Cho'Gath. So I don't think that worked out very well for them. But very one-sided game, as you can see in the scoreboard as well. 15,000 gold lead at 25 minutes. I think they were 10,000 ahead at 14 minutes as well. So I think
it's illegal.
Yeah, it was very one-sided. Both the games were very one-sided, and unfortunately we have gotten a lot of one-sided games so far in the tournament. But here's hoping that we get 3 competitive games tomorrow at least.
I mean, yeah, we'll be having the second semi-finals tomorrow. So we are done and dusted with the first semi-final of the Esports Club Community Cup July Open. We have a first finalist in Reign of Terror. So let's have a quick look at the brackets right now and see how the teams are stacking up. As we see, Reign of Terror have secured their place in that grand finals. We will have Temple of Kings battle it out against Yakuza Gaming tomorrow. So be sure to join us on YouTube, on Discord, on Twitter, on Instagram, and be ready with your popcorns, be ready with whatever you need, because that is going to be one hell of a game.
Yeah, and Reign of Terror standing in the finals flawless so far, not losing a single game, making it look very one-sided, and they await the result of Temple of Kings versus Yakuza Gaming. So let's see who wins that series, which is tomorrow. That's going to be a best of 3 as well, and the winner advances to the finals, which will be held on Sunday, which will be a best of 5 as well. I am pretty excited to watch that.
For that. Yeah. Best of 5s really have to show the perseverance of the players. It's gonna be a long day of League of Legends. You start losing a game, you win a next game, you start doubting yourself, you maybe get overconfident. So a lot of emotions that definitely go into the best of 5s. Then we always have that hype for a reverse sweep. We all love to see that your team goes 2-0 up and then they have the reverse sweep arc, and it just shows a lot of builds up a lot of interest, the best of 5s. So tomorrow, again guys, you do not want to miss tomorrow's stream. We have arguably the best team of South Asia in Temple of Kings. These players, I am not over exaggerating when I say this, the players of this team are all Grandmaster Challenger, and the players of this team have been to the Asian Games in China. They have played against the best of the best. They've played against the LCK teams, they've played against China teams. So these guys are the guys you want to watch out for, and these guys are the guys you want to look up to in the Indian scene, at least for League of Legends.
Yeah, and is it really arguable if you keep winning all the tournaments? I don't think that's arguable. I think Temple of Kings sit alone in the seat of being the best team in the South Asian region. Guys, do join the Discord server, join the official LOL India South Asian Discord server for exclusive content, giveaways, and community tournaments like this one. We will be having a lot of tournaments coming in the future. Do follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at League of Legends INSA. And yeah.
So that is it from Fireball and Kaka from the TEC Community Cup July Open, powered by Zotac. Again, we thank the Esports Club to be hosting such an amazing tournament, and we have many more for you lined up. And thank you for Zotac Gaming for making this possible. Signing off, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you in the next one, guys.
Bended knees and broken bones, a bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries. We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion, be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion, be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion, be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution.
They wanna count me out. Next time pick a higher number. Next time you should run for cover. Next time let the giants slumber. They wanna keep me down. No amount of your words get humble. That spirit that refused to crumble. Got the wrong line, reduce the mumbles. 2 a.m. on first. Imitate vultures how they lurk. 10 toes with it, I'm out of eye with you, boy. Challenge the best with your worst. This is my turf. Way I move is inertia. Can't be stopped, it's unheard of. From the dirt, sweat got my feet muddy. Spin my wins, they might search you. On my word, path took plenty turns. And wrote my confidence in cursive. When submerged, I found resolving my purpose and tell you about it back on surface. I survived. I survived. Ever been lost in the woods, praying that it don't get dark? Ooh. Ever been in a situation could've win, but you still had heart? Yeah, if you anything like me, evolve from chum to shark, the hunger starts to grow apart you didn't know you had. It's like that, flip the switch, turn it up, and I'm giving it gas. I lock it in all free, adrenaline double my percent. Made a home in the unknown, I swear I never fear again. I got ice in my blood, big enough to down this shit. I don't care how bad it get, I got 10 toes down, don't forget, I survived. I survived. When you on the brink and you in too deep, when you feeling weak, when it's hard to breathe, you gon' take a knee? Never. You gon' keep it G forever. Stand up and face whatever.
I'm built unique, I'm better than the hard times I've seen. Crime scene, obscene, face the ugly, cover up like Maybelline. Had uncertainty and urgency, cut from me like surgery. Formed again more sturdily, personally. I don't see nobody stopping me. I don't see nobody topping me. I don't see nobody honestly. I run you over if that's what it's gotta be. And it's gotta be what I look like, having fear still haunt me. What I look like, having regret haunt me. Pay that price, I don't care what it cost me. All my life, been me against the army. I'ma push the red button on them like Atari. I'm big dog with a human like a Maltese. See more fall off the 03 tall tees. Not sorry for the way I am. Learn to ball them up with no one holding your hand. Never back down, never hide in the sand. If you ain't hear the message, let me say it again. Yo, let me say it again. I survived. I survived. I survived. I survived. I survived.
Rhythm of the night, set my heart on fire. Moving with the wind, it's pulling me closer. Eyes holding the truth, with nothing to lose. Everything to find, I will follow through. All that's in me, draw it out of me. I see visions of everything we always dream. When the morning comes, it's stars and sky above. Will you be ready? When I'm out here in the weeds, got my sights set on this, got me at sea. Always looking for a sign. I see it all on the horizon Everything I need is right in front of me. Will you reach out, take it, it's yours to keep. And the sun is high, shining in my eyes, moving west to lead us to paradise. All that's underneath, draw it out of me. I see visions of everything we always dream. When the morning comes, stars and sky above, will you be ready? When I'm out here in the weeds, got my sights set on this, got me at sea. Always looking for a sign. I see it all on the horizon I see it all on the horizon I see it all on the horizon Yeah, I was undercover, wrote me off like the others, but I had secrets inside. You didn't pay attention, like an experiment. No, you're gonna pay for your crimes. I'll change your perspective, I'll teach you a lesson. Look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Try to take me down. Lost but now I'm found. Used to be the victim in the dead of night, but I can be a villain in the moonlight. Look at me now. In the moonlight, I'll make it my mission. Oh yeah, I'll have you wishing you could go back in time to never test my limits. Nothing you say will fix it. I'm too out of my mind. You're riding high, but I've got you this time.
epic up. Come on, come on,
Eyes on the battle, not your screen, Commander.
I was thinking we could use some backup. Yes! Now, Ryder!
Steal your pride, Wolf. The fish girl is winning.
Woo!
He's mine.
Not bad, little leader.
I'm guessing you have a plan, Commander.
We win.
Your secrets inside. You didn't pay attention, like an experiment. No, you're gonna pay for your crimes. I'll change your perspective, I'll teach you a lesson. Look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Try to take me down. Lost but now I'm found. Used to be the victim in the dead of night, but I can be a villain in the moonlight. Look at me now. In the moonlight, I'll make it my mission. Oh yeah, I'll have you wishing you could go back in time to never test my limits. Nothing you say will fix it. I'm too out of my mind. You're riding high, but I've got you this time. Oh, look at me now. Oh, look at me now. Try to take me down. Lost but now I'm found. Used to be the victim in the dead of night, but I can be a villain in the moonlight. Look at me now. In the moonlight, got you this time, got you this time. You can't hide. Pay for your crimes, pay for your crimes.